everyone, my name is Gosia Korbas. I'm a senior scientist at the Canadian Light Source. I work at the BioXAS sector. Right now we are at the BioXAS imaging hatch. It's one of the 3 BioXAS beamlines, and this is where I spend most of my time assisting scientists coming to Canadian Light Source from all around the world to measure their samples. On our beamlines, they will bring plant tissues, animal tissues, pieces of rock, and they will leave c.l.s. with images of elements in their samples, and especially images that show distribution of those different elements in their tissues. As an example, I will quickly show you a sample which is actually a very thin section through a very tiny zebrafish larva. This is from a project that I was working in the past, and we were looking at the methyl mercury compound and its accumulation inside zebrafish larva. Our interest was detecting tissues that take the most of this toxic compound, because this way we can find out which tissues are the most susceptible to mercury toxicity. So this is our hatch, and this is where we do our experiments. The beam is actually coming from there upstream, comes over here. We actually make on this beam very, very small. It's as small as our cross-section of our hair. This is our sample. Sample is actually composed of multiple heads of zebrafish, and I will show you in a moment how they look. This is actually an image from the camera looking directly at the sample that I was showing you in a moment. And over here you may actually see like tiny white dots. Each of them is a head of the zebrafish, and we choose one of them and we scan this head in the beam, which allow us to detect different elements in the zebrafish head. And this is actually how the sample would be looking after we measure it in the beam. So what you are looking at right now is actually an image of mercury distribution in the zebrafish head. These are the islands, this is the brain, and this is the retina. And this was actually a very interesting result because it showed us that the methyl mercury that the fish was swimming in was mostly accumulating in the islands. Then thank you everyone.